Linda wrote in to ask, are there really more light workers on Earth right now? And what does Metatron say about those who dabble deeply in conspiracy theory, which takes them to some really dark places? Are those light workers off track, or are they pursuing an alternate path? Hi, I'm Deborah Lupien, voice of the Akashic Records, bringing you a video response from Archangel Metatron. There are indeed more light workers, albeit in various stages of awakening. Some come to awareness full on rather quickly, while others take the slower route. Either is fine. It's a marathon, not a sprint. We know that you feel an urgency for more to awaken sooner and join the march to fulfill the prophecy of Earthtopia. However, each journey is individual. It cannot be rushed and may include detours along the way to reaching true enlightenment. Those detours can include getting sidetracked by the conspiracy theories you reference. Early in the awakening process, before the eyes are fully open, lightworkers may get ensnared by dark thoughts and deeds, all the while believing they're in service of the light. That is not to say all conspiracy theories are dark. Sometimes there really is a conspiracy. So how can you discern what's of the light and what's not? You feel your way through. If this path is bringing you joy, excitement, and feeds your soul, then you're golden. If instead you feel anxious, confused, afraid, panicky even, when you think about the future, then that is not the path of light. When you are on your path and encounter a storm, it may not be all fun and games, but you will feel peace and confidence about where you're headed. You'll be filled with faith in your angels who will see you through to the other side of whatever conflict is occurring. Those who are off their path will not have peace and confidence. They may feel moorless, abandoned. There's nothing substantial for them to latch onto. The very ground beneath their feet is shifting. Can we talk about the former angel lady whose name we will not invoke? Yes, now is an opportune time, a teaching moment, if you will. That dear soul was once on the path of light, and it was evident to all. She glowed with divine love from the inside out, and in turn, her love and light uplifted many. We are sad she has chosen to leave the path of light and love in favor of sinking into an old patriarchal pattern that is on the way towards extinction. The dark ones were gleeful at moving her onto their path so that they might use her as a tool to subvert the prophecy of Earthtopia. All one need do is observe her to see the stark change in her behavior and demeanor. Where once there was a lightness of being, a joyful presence, now there is fear and foreboding, almost like being afraid of one's own shadow. By your deeds are you known. When you examine the deeds of fear-mongering, calling out the very angels who served her faithfully as demons, what is revealed is a deep self-loathing which blocks out the light. We do not blame nor criticize. She is processing her own karma, and it will take as long as it takes. If she does not awaken from this mesmer state in the present lifetime, there will be opportunities in future lifetimes. We encourage you to not bear her ill will, nor pity her, for this is the path her soul has chosen, and she has that right. You may still send her love and goodwill. She will choose how or if she receives. Better yet, move along. Do not entertain thoughts of what once was. If you were a faithful follower who is confused or feels demoralized, know that is your choice. She cannot cause you to feel any particular way. As a sovereign soul, it is up to you to put this story into perspective and determine whether you will follow her on a path that obviously brings little joy, or whether you will wish her well and keep moving forward on your own joyous path, joining other light workers in facilitating the prophecy of Earthtopia. We'll also let you in on a little secret. The dark forces are frightened of light workers on their path. They recognize the power of your faith and your part in the prophecy. As you move closer to the great shift, you can be sure they will redouble their efforts. No matter how many of them pile up against the door, they will not prevail. The path they have chosen will never bring lasting victory, for it is filled with fear and the weak-willed, who surrender their sovereignty to another in favor of being useful puppets to their dark cause. Now that we've addressed that open sore in your community, let us move on to more productive topics. Many of the faithful have had their apple cart upset in the face of disturbing world events. We understand how these events may shake you to the depths of your being. That is, until you take a step back and remember who you are: a fierce light worker on a journey of enlightenment, a facilitator of the prophecy of Earthtopia. Yes, there will be many tragedies along the way. Some may be quite personal. Through it all, you may rise above, secure in the knowledge that you have a legion of angels at your service to guide, protect, heal, and fill you with vital force energy. When you allow yourself to be thusly lifted up, you will have all that you need to not only survive, but thrive during the midst of the onslaught of dark forces. You have a path and a purpose. Keep your eyes on the path ahead and keep going. While it may seem like a never-ending storm, that is an illusion. The prophecy is in force. You are moving ever closer, and that is the most fulfilling endeavor from the perspective of your eternal soul. You understand this when you're not in a body. From your present perspective, it's more challenging, for then you must rely upon faith and what you feel within your soul. When you connect deeply with soul rather than ego, you will feel the truth of all things. It is ego that leads you astray time and again, but you are more powerful now. You know better now. It is those who have not yet resolved the conflict with ego who are on the outside looking in with their unhappy faces pressed up against the glass, like the angel lady. The truth is, they could re-enter anytime they choose. It's simply a matter of coming into alignment with their soul and returning to the path of the light worker, once more filled with joy and a lightness of being that will feel like a warm hug after being away for so long. Mostly, we encourage you not to spend an inordinate amount of time concerning yourself with those following a dark path. You may remember the quote, "When you stare into the abyss stares back at you." Or, as Deborah has learned the hard way, when you're riding a horse, your body goes where your eyes focus. Look at the ground and you're sure to end up there. We therefore encourage you to keep your eyes up, focused on the path ahead, in faith and trust that everything really will work out for you. Keep reminding yourself to feel your way through life choices so that you always choose the very best. And by that, we mean the best for you, regardless of how it may impact others. Do not sacrifice your soul journey and well-being for another, because then you have minimized your power. It is then in a weakened state when you are more vulnerable to being influenced to leave your soul path in favor of another. That is never a wise choice. Choosing your well-being above all else is the most selfless thing you can do. It will ultimately benefit those around you. Time to release those old tales of a boogeyman deity who rains down hellfire and punishes you at the least infraction. Time to embrace your journey as a sovereign soul who makes wise, informed choices based upon input from your divine soul, and in so doing, changes the world by creating massive ripples in the pond. Forever and ever, amen. And so shall it be unto eternity. Yes, you can speak that to the tune of the song. We quite enjoy singing, invoking, and employing it often. Music puts a lift in your step and joy in your heart, just as it was intended. That is the reason you so often hear about heavenly choirs of angels. When darkness spreads over the land, the angels redouble their efforts to shift energy through song. We are happy to share that tool and joy with you, which is why we so often inspire you with music and familiar songs. We use all the tools at our disposal in service of you, beloved child. Thank you, Metatron. That's beautiful. Anything else? He reaches out. He touches my nose with a wink and a twinkle of his eye. Then he shoots off into the stratosphere like a rocket ship onto the next item on his agenda. Thank you, Linda, for the question. And thank you, Metatron, for your profound and inspiring response. What a glorious day it is. Go out and enjoy your day as you make empowered choices that lift you up and, by extension, lift others up. If you enjoy Metatron's messages, please like, subscribe, and share so that together we can bring more love and light to the world. Blessings to you, beautiful soul. Till next time, this is Deborah Lupien, voice of the Akashic Records. Bye.